Have you guys seen Titans? Have you seen Titans season 3? Have you guys seen that? Did you see how wrong they did my boy Red Hood? I love Red Hood. He's cool as shit. I'm personally more of a Nightwing guy. I like Dick Grayson. I think he's pretty cool. But Red Hood, Jason Todd, whatever his name is, he's cool as shit. I really like him. But his first live action appearance was so disappointing. Him in Titans was just doo-doo. Like, his character is wasted. There's so much more they could, do with him, but they didn't. It was like, it was so dumb. It wasn't actually, okay, it wasn't all bad, There were, like, the fight scenes, like, Red Hood was, he's a pretty brutal guy, and I think they nailed that. I also really like the first scene that Red Hood is in, because he was like, it's a callback to the original scene in Death of the Family, which I love that movie. And they basically just recreated that in live action, and I thought it was pretty awesome how they introduced him. But the suit, it's actually not that bad. I don't really hate it. I just think the head's kind of big. He kind of looks a little goofy. But with his hood on, I think he looks a lot better. I feel like Red Hood's too short. Like, they kind of give him, like, big boots, so he's a little taller. But at the same time, it's like, he's still pretty short in the comics and the Injustice 2 and all Injustice video games and all that. He's like he's as big as, like, Nightwing and stuff. But here, he's like 5'9", 5'10", which isn't super short, but still, it's like, I feel like Red Hood should be a little taller. He just doesn't seem that intimidating. Especially when the voice changer turns off and it just goes from this, like, dark Batman sounding dude to, like, a 15-year-old boy.
Red Hood.
It's just hard to take this Red Hood seriously. But what I think is the worst part, like, how they ruined Red Hood in this show, was his character and his motive. And, like, his writing is just horrible. I know I complimented the scene from earlier, his opening scene, but I just rewatched that, and I totally lied about loving it. Dude, so he took the bad people, they're like nieces and sons and children, and he decapitated them and put them in a duffel bag and gave them to them. Red Hood doesn't do that. Red Hood doesn't murder innocent people. He would never do that. That is the opposite of his character. The whole point of Red Hood is he's like Batman, but he kills people instead of letting them go. He kills the bad guys. He doesn't kill innocent people. He wants to save innocent people. He's a good guy, kind of, not really. He kills bad guys, but he never kills innocent people, or never tries to, at least. Sometimes, usually. There may have been moments where he actually does try to kill people and, like, innocent people in the comics, but I don't really care. He barely does that. Also, I feel like Red Hood was just rushed, Like, he died, Jason Todd died in the first episode, okay? And in the next episode, Red Hood appears. In the same episode, they find out that Red Hood is Jason Todd. Like, they couldn't have just stretched that out a little bit and made that a little more, we already know, or like most people in the audience probably already knows that Jason Todd is Red Hood. Even if you didn't know prior, it's probably easy to make the connection. Now, it would have been cool to, like, see the team try to figure out who Jason Todd and Red Hood were. Who Red Hood was. And, like, maybe midway through the season they find out. Or, I don't know, like, stretch it out a little bit more than just an episode, Now, let's talk about the motive. Now, in the comics, Jason Todd was murdered and then brought back to life through the Lazarus pit, which actually happened in the show too, but there's a longer time span. For, like, in the comics, it was like 15 years, I believe, and in the TV show, it was like a day. So, yeah. But when Jason Todd came back to life, he realized, wait, Batman didn't kill Joker. All the criminals that were still around 15 years ago, or however long ago, still around. Ooga booga. So JJ Todd wasn't too happy about that and was like, I'm gonna take care of these criminals myself and just murder them all. I didn't murder them all, but he started murdering criminals instead of just let them go like Batman has been. Batman doesn't let him go. I'm talking like send him to prison. So that was Jason Todd's motive to turning the Red Hood in the comics. In the TV show, Jason Todd was angry that he was being benched all the time. He was angry that he couldn't go out on the missions. It was like, he felt just like he was belittled or some shit, so he's like, I'm gonna turn in the Red Hood and start decapitating children. Like, how the hell do you turn this cool-ass anti-hero, Red Hood, into a whiny little bitch? And even worse, Jason Todd teamed up with the Scarecrow. He teamed up with the Scarecrow and sold Batman out to the Scarecrow. Dude is the complete opposite from the comics. All right, I'm sorry. I'm calmed down. I'm chill. I took a chill pill. No, I didn't, but I'm calmed down. And you know, the TV show doesn't have to be exactly the same as the comics. If you're gonna change your shit up from the source material, at least make it good. Please just don't make it absolute dog shit like the Red Hood in Titans. Just maybe you should have gone, with the source material, because that shit's actually like really fascinating and really cool. But the new is just no likey, me no likey. Obviously, you just I've been ranting about this guy for 5 fucking minutes. But yeah, I got much more to say. Don't feel like it. I don't really want to. Yeah, that's all. Subscribe, pretty please. I would appreciate it. And like, that also helps. And comment if you want. All right. I love most of you. Goodbye, gamers.